Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? On this episode, we're doing a Walbro 255 fuel pump upgrade to to my Neon, but realistically, this will work for any 95 through 99 Dodge Neon with a plastic fuel tank. I know they have the steel fuel tanks. I don't know if that'll matter. I'm just going by me. So we're gonna install the new fuel pump on here, and I'm gonna show you as much process as I can to how to go about it and how to do it the best way as possible. Also, when the car kind of crapped out on me at the track, I had a full tank of gas in there with premium. So with gas prices being what they are now, I just want to make sure that I take this fuel and use it for other things, because this car's going to sit for a while until it's done, just because I want it to be done a certain way. So with that being said, I'll show you guys how I did it, how I go about doing it, and hopefully this video helps guys out that I want to do the swap. Now, mind you, you can actually use this. This is an upgrade fuel pump, but you can also use the SRT-4 fuel pump, canister and everything else, all OEM stuff put in there. You don't have to worry about, doing this portion, but it's like, I know what I want to do eventually with it, and I don't want to get to the point where it's like having to take it off again and do everything else. Like, I don't want to do that. So for these Neons, you actually have to drop the tank to get to it and be done with it. It's better. I think it's better just to drop the damn tank. Like I have my Nissan Sentra. It goes from the back seat. You pop it open and fuel pumps right there. Super easy. We're not that lucky for the Dodge guys. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing and then go from there. In order to take the fuel tank off, there's three screws there. There are, what does this say? I think it's a T20. T20 screws. Got to go underneath there and take those off. We got to go in here and take those off. Then you want to remove all this stuff in here. I think these are 14s. 14s or 13s. We got to take those off. And then you got to unbolt that, take that off. I removed the evap stuff, but you just have to remove the evap stuff, and it's just a matter of just the tank dropping down. Super easy stuff to do. Okay, boys, we took apart the Walbro kit, the 255. So obviously here's your pump, your 255 Walbro. Comes with the O-ring, the pickup and filters, little gaskets, O-rings, basically all you need to get it back where it should. It comes with instructions as well, so realistically you don't really need me, but I appreciate it when you do. The tank off, just dropped it down. I took everything off, and it sits right there. Taking out wasn't too bad. Just make sure that you drain the fuel as best you can, or at least save as much as you can, not spill it on the ground. Also, I didn't add on the previous video, you want to make sure before you do any of that fun stuff over there, you obviously disconnect this, disconnect the harness plug, and disconnect. I just put a little rubber plug just so it doesn't spill out. Start taking this apart and then just disconnect it. And then once you take it off, you start knocking the holder out, and then you're left with just your regular 95 to 99 Dodge Neon fuel pump. So with the kit, also comes with a little tool right there, a little red clip right there. You shove that in there into the basically hold-on clips for everything right there. There's going to be 1, 2, 3 clips you have to do. You have to undo, and then you basically take the top of the sending unit off, and that's where you're going to find your fuel pump, and that's where we're going to start disconnecting everything. You also want to disconnect your harness right there, because we're going to have to save this. We're gonna have to repin the can't talk today. We're gonna have to repin the cables from this original fuel pump to the 255, and then we're gonna have to repin them there, and then obviously use the plug them back in, so it just fits right up. So, but yeah. So basically, once you get to this basically, once you get to this part, can't speak English today, guys. Once you get to this part, you have to use this tool to shove it in there to start opening up the sending unit, and then slowly with, I have picks and I have like a little flathead right there. Just you're gonna have to work your way around it a little bit as best you can. Do your best not to break the sending unit. And then obviously we get all this stuff here that's gonna get replaced. But start doing that, and then I'll show you what's up next. All right, boys. So I took it off. Basically, I use this tool. This tool is great, little plastic thingy, plus screwdrivers, flatheads, just to kind of pop it out. Once I popped it out, I moved the harness out of the way, and I want to note something to you guys. So there's 2 yellow wires, and when we repin this, we want to make sure we put the wire where it should. So I just kind of put a little piece of tape right there. You can mark it, you can do something to identify from the rest, and that's basically what I did there. You can also just make sure that you look at the pin numbers there. Whatever you gotta do to make you feel comfortable doing this, it's up to you guys, because I believe these yellow wires go to the level. So it'll basically right there, the floater right there will tell you how much fuel's in the tank. Also put a fan there when you're doing this, because you're gonna be sucking up all this fuel, and then you're gonna be pissed off because you're like, hey man, I tried doing this fuel pump and then I fell asleep and then I didn't wake up for a couple hours and I had a migraine. Don't do that to yourself. Put a little fan, blow some air out of there, just because don't go to sleep for a long time. It's not fun. So I'm gonna start taking off these pins right here, and then you'll see what I'm talking about is pulling the wires through, and then we'll get to the other stuff inside the actual sending unit here where the fuel pump's in. So alrighty, because you have to actually, I was going to say already, I was going to finish, but you have to pull these wires through right there in order for this sending unit to be basically spread apart. So you have to do this, or else you can't feed them through that little small hole right there. And the only wires that go through that hole is your fuel pump. So make sure that when you do this, that it's pinned correctly. Like I said, I don't know if the SRT-4 fuel pumps have a different color. I'm assuming they should, but this is just the first gen. This is the colors I'm working with right now. So, good little nugget and tidbit for you guys to know. Alrighty? Alright guys, as soon as I'll show you how to take this little clip off from here. I'll try to do my best to show you. So this little blue clip, take one of these, go to the back end of in here, and just use a flathead screwdriver to just push it out, like from here. Then it's simply just get a pick, and then you pop it out. Clips off. Then remember, we got to take these plugs off. There's these little notches here. See those little notches right there? You got to lift those up, and then you're able to pull the wires out. So once you do that, you should be able to just, everything's super tight, so it's just a little bit hard to get to it. Pops out. That's the black one. This is one of yellow. Other yellow. Then the other red one. So now it's off. Oh, shit. Now it's off. Now we can start running these through. Kind of keep an idea how these were ran originally, so when you put it back in, they're not like super tight. So run these through this way, take it off, and then there's your filter. We're gonna put the sending unit away for just a second. And your filter's right there. Then your filter should just. All right, once everything's apart, you put the Walbro back in. You put it into that hole. You run your wires through that little pinhole right there. And then you want to make sure that you put this back in. Let's see if I can get you guys right there. Put this back in. It comes with the kit, so make sure you put that in. That goes in there. And then put the bottom piece of the sending unit. There's that blue grommet you need to put put the new blue grommet in there. Make sure the wires are still fine. This little filter right here needs to be unclipped from there. Take the old one off, new one goes in. Comes with an O-ring inside. And the O-ring, it's got to go inside. And then push it back in so it seals correctly. And then it's just a matter of just dropping in your fuel pump into the casing. Oh, 1 second. And then you'll kind of see, I'm trying to get a good angle here. You'll see where the bottom filter and everything lines up, so you can't really, it's meant so that you don't put it in the wrong way. Okay, that's in there, that's in there. Okay, pump is on, sealed up, ran through. Then everything is on the bottom, nothing's loose, nothing's crappy. And then you just have to run your wires from here, across, through here. Do the same thing with your power and ground. Run through here. And your wires are there. Kind of like that. Then all you have to do is, that's the old one. Then all you have to do is just repin it. Remember, take a picture, use this video as reference, whatever you guys want to do. And just repin it, put it back together, and then I'll should be done. But I'll get back to that in just a second. Let me finish repinning everything. Alright guys, it is repinned like it should be. Obviously I marked one of them, I just took the tape off. Once it's pinned in there, they just clip in place. Put the hold on clip in, make sure that it clips in there. Then obviously connect your harness to your male-female connection. There you go. You have successfully put a 255 into a first gen sending unit. Then all you have to do, they give you a new gasket too, a new the big O-ring gasket for the tank. I like to put a little lube in there so it doesn't go dry. That's what she said. And then it'll slide in place, and then make sure that the tab right there for that sending unit, it goes in that way. That way everything's as it should. And life is good. Okay, so the fuel pump is installed. I just want to add something. So make sure that, like I said, this fits in there, and that it's nice and seated. So all you have to do is put this big guy in there, and tightening it up by hand. Okay, I can't do it with one hand, but you know what I mean. Hold on 1 second. All right, boys, hope that video was helpful for you guys. This is the final product. This is, once you get everything tightened down, it just takes 2 hands. It's a lot easier to do. You gotta make sure it sits flush. Once you get this locking cap in, then I just like to take like a long chisel, wide chisel, knock it in place a couple times, make sure it's seated and it won't move. And then I like to sometimes mark it a little here. That way if I know if it wants to move or anything crazy like that. But hope the video helps. Hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share it, man. Share away, you know, help us out here. So we're done with the neon for right now, for content, for just a second until I get some other stuff. We're gonna start running some brand new brake lines, stuff like that. So we're gonna hold off on a little bit of the content on the Neon for just a second. I'll show some of the content on my Sentra. It's like a budget street car, budget autocross car, nothing too fancy. We got some parts showing up for it. So yeah, you know, just stay tuned for more of that stuff. I don't think I've seen anything, or I don't think I've shown anything on that one. Val's still working on some of his stuff, so just keep that going, or he'll keep that going. But man, I hope, like I said, I hope this video helped. So yeah, like I said, guys, take care of yourselves. Also, one more thing, Instagram. I always forget to share Instagram with you guys. We do have an Instagram page at Stage Racing. So you know, just we kind of post a lot more stuff there regularly than we do the YouTube stuff. It's just easier. So when you guys get a second, just you know, follow us, and that way you can kind of keep up with the stuff that we're doing here. Get stuff ready for the autocross season for the Neon. And oh, let me rephrase that back. The Neon ain't gonna get done this year, anytime soon yet. We're trying to hurry up and get some stuff done for the Sentra, for the autocross season, stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. You guys have a good one. See you in the next one. Take care, and see you later.